Our warriors now have a place to rest and train.
A fine shelter it is. When word gets out, it should attract many Jomsvikingar to fight with us. Which reminds me, few of your raiders are chomping at the bit in hope of becoming your second. You ought to pick one. While you were away, your Jomsvikingar helped to serve other Jarls. Here is the tribute they earned.
I must take my leave. So long.
You really think fighting can compare to sagas, to true poetry?
Compare? I think it... Compare? I think it conquers it. It is quick, clever, accessible to all. It is the art of the masses.
Looks like I have a new letter. Bjorn Bloodtooth. The circus make fierce foes, but powerful allies. Bolster our settlement. I should seek him out.
Hello.
Ha! Let's go. Can't raise the sail yet. Strike up a tune. Run up the sail! Continue later.
It owns you! You shall not you!
Get back here, you spider!
Sail out! Yes, sail with you.
Finn dyrgripar!
Let the sail out! Let's have a song.
Sailing here is not possible.
Fast, down. Fast up!
Sigluter nieder!
Bring the mast down. Set the mast up. Sail. Catch the wind.
Look! Soldiers dug in over there!
Guide.
What do you think you're doing?
Bloodtooth's cave should be close by. That must be Bjorn, the Berserker.
My eyes cannot forget the sight, Njal. Her hair so long and falling down. How are you cold, you bear skins, you wolf shirts, you tasters of blood?
A man who fights beside a great white bear. You are Bjorn Bloodtooth.
Ask the dead. What do they tell you?
They say, we do not want shapeshifters in these lands.
They wished me dead. They are not the first. And you, come to make your name in battle. Another corpse at my door won't matter.
I'm not here to fight you, Bjorn. I am Eivor of the Raven clan, and I offer you a seat in our hall.
I have no clan, and no need of another.
You prefer to live alone here with your bear?
I prefer vengeance against the men who hung my wife and left her for the crows.
Who is this man?
A Mercian lord, whose name shall not sour my lips. He has scores of men, an army perhaps, but that will not stop me.
Then let me help. If you truly wish to avenge your wife, you must not fall in battle.
I shall think it over. Njal, go with my bear. Feel her belly. And if Njal trusts you, who knows? Maybe we do as you say.
You're tame for so wild a beast. Is that so? Tell me, what does a bear like you eat? Whatever you want, huh? Best you show me then. A shrine. Well cared for at that. It's Lars's need. The Skalds say Bjorn carried you into battle when you were but a bear cub. Raised you as one would raise a child. Your favorite flowers? They are not food, Njal. Reminds me of summer in Norway. We had fields like these near Hemminger's Hall. I can see why Bjorn keeps you around. Ah, the lake. There's fish you want. I can help with that. Fishing arrows. Now to catch something for Njal. Do you want some fish, Njal? Here. Nothing better than fresh fish. Eat your fill, friend.
The demon bear! And its master! That's not the berserker! Who cares? Kill them both! Filthy bear and dirty Dane. All must die.
I'll take care of these. There, got you.
We're looking for you, Njal. Bjorn may be in trouble as well.
No, you don't! Remain steadfast!
I'll handle it!
Whoa!
Get back here and face me! Back! This one's mine!
Fall before me! Die already! Why won't you go down? I will eat your bones! He's a ferocious beast!
Oh, handle God's justice awaits! brother.
Already.
We have this. Gonna feed the worms.
Your time is come! Your corpse! Fall before me! Move! You have a strong war arm, Ravenshirt.
These men did not come for the fame of defeating a legendary berserker.
No. They were followers of the Mercian Lord. My blood enemy. My wife's killer.
How did your wife die?
Fame has two faces, Eivor of the Ravens. In Norway, many a young thane wanted the glory of killing me. They died. I grew tired of killing. Alfhildr and I, we came here for a new start. A quiet life.
But fame sailed ahead of you. This Mercian lord learned of your deeds, sought to boost his own name with your blood.
You have the right of it. Only he wanted me to drink the Berserker brew first. When I refused, he demanded. Offered gold, even taunted me. Then he hung her. Alfhildr.
Your blood feud is just. But if it is something you must do alone...
No. Your words are wise. I do not want to die fighting. I want to die knowing my wife is avenged. I want to kill that man. Help me.
Tell me what you need.
Nightshade. It's the last bit of magic I need for my Berserker brew.
You shall have it. And when this is over, I trust the Raven clan will have your axe.
When you find the Nightshade, bring it to me beneath the gallows tree south of Beodoriswar. Nightshade often grows near graveyards. And Saxons built their graveyards near churches.
Nightshade grows in graveyards. No shortage of those in Christian England.
Kierast.
All sail! Sing, my ravens. We'll pick up from
There!
there.
A military encampment!
Take that leading scum! Them to pieces! Tackle them! Bring them swords, sleeping!
Got your coat!
Use them! Die, coward!
Don't fall for any traps.
Gold grant me strength!
Help me with this.
Odin, take this soul! You die now!
Let's stretch anything.
You are dead tired!
In step with me!
I'll snap your spine!
Done here. Come on! I need your eyes, my friend. Nightshade has a distinct stench. That is enough, Nightshade. Foul-smelling herb. I should meet Bjorn.
Hey!
Let the sail out! That's Sing us a song.
Hearken well in Hall of Kings. On ocean steed my words gain wing. Odin's mead I forth will bring. For noble deeds thine honour sing. The brave men slain Valkyrier ways, reward for strain to Valhalla take. Then horns resounds the mighty call, for those who fight, for those who fall, for those who fight, for those who fall. Warlord weeps never fear, each man gets his fated share. A blood-red surge, the warrior shield. Ravens scan the battlefield. Ravens scan the battlefield. The beaten blades
Drop the mask.
Loading gaze upon the dead, and horns resounds the mighty hall. For those who fight, for those who
Raise the
fall.
mask.
For those who fight and those who fall. For we who fight, for we who fall.
Can't raise the sail here. No other man! Raise the mask! Drop the mask! Set the mast up! Sail! Catch the wind! surveying the area soon. Your nightshade.
Good. It has the power we need for the coming ritual. Nearly done.
The Skalds say Odin hung himself in a tree much like this. He lived, though. Most die.
Yggdrasil. The world tree. Odin's gallows. The place where life and death are one. Ride with me, Raven. The Sather awaits. Berserker brew hits hard. It may open your eyes to the spirit realm. It may turn you into a savage beast. Whatever happens, face it without fear. How are you cold? You bear skins, you wolf shirts, you tasters of blood. We are the shield biters, wall breakers, born in battle's flood.
What do you fight for, you bear skins?
You wolf shirts, you drinkers of blood.
We fight for glory, we shield biters.
Wall breakers, born in battle's flood.
I've been close to death many times, but this was different. Feels like a Jotun kicked my head in.
'Tis glorious, is it not?
Berserker brew does not agree with my belly.
But you live still. Can you feel the power of the bear's blood coursing through your veins?
Yes, but you were a bear.
And the bear power courses through me still.
I'm ready. Where to?
The Mercians who slew my wife cowered in Beodordsworth. We shall kill them all! With me! No! Jarl will taste mercy and blood!
Show me what you can do, Berserker!
Pour out hither!
Time has come for you!
Hey!
Bleeding tail! Let's end this.
We feed the raven this day!
Cut me! Won't survive, fool!
To me! Njal! Bjorn!
Show yourself!
Die now! To me! Njal! Bjorn!
Work with me! Just the thing! I'll kill you!
Let's not waste time!
Bloodbag! To hell with you!
Follow my lead.
You're mine!
Split your skull!
No shame in being patient. Out! Suffer!
Give me a hand with this.
Now you pay! Now it's... Stick with me! Almost there!
Give me a hand! Give me a hand over here.
Hello, father!
Throw the dog off.
I'll have you! Interesting move.
Got chance up, kid!
Keep watching!
Watch for the cover!
Marcus Galbraith.
Die! You freak, your life!
Look at this little horn!
Must be gold or silver here.
Help me out here. Hey, come here a moment. Good horse. Let's get out of here.
Wife's killer. He's here. You killed her! I don't feel her! Why?
I always wanted to fight as a worker. I don't like bear run will make a fine trophy.
You fight me!
Watch my lead.
Let's bleed you!
God damn you!
It is done.
Bjorn, your enemy has fallen. You have your revenge.
Yes. But now I fear I must ask you one last thing. Should you be willing?
What is it?
Njal is tired. I will tend to her beneath the tree where this all began. Please, bring us some of her favorite flowers. They look like...
I know the ones. I'll gather them and meet you beneath the gallows tree.
Stay strong, my child. Bjorn is here.
Some of Njal's favorite flowers growing beneath the gallows tree. His wife's grave. No wonder he visits this tree often. Flowers from Njal. Now to meet Bjorn beneath the gallows tree. Have a look, Sunin.
I brought her here, where it began, where it ends.
I understand.
They hung my wife in this tree, and buried her among its roots.
A grim and undeserved fate.
We took Njal in as a cub, she and I. No children of our own. Now both are gone. Yet I remain. Dear Njal, you were always at my side. For the better years of my life. Why must it end like this?
Njal sleeps at the Allfather's feet tonight.
Yes. They let loyal hounds into the Hall of the Brave. So Njal too is there. With Alfhilda. Before, you asked if I would join your clan. I am ready.
Good. There will be a place for you on my longship and in my clan.
I shall sing of Alfhilda and Njal during our travels. Sing of their deeds. And I will carry their names into battle.
When you're ready, follow the River Nen to my settlement. We shall welcome you as a brother.
I will be the berserker of the Raven clan.
I would like to reorganize the crew.
Good for now?
All right. Bring out my lieutenant. I would like to reorganize the crew.
Found who you needed?
I must be on my way now.
Eivor, you really are a generous one.
That it?
I have to go. See you soon.
Don't be a stranger.
Nonsense! It is not that complicated.
You do not appreciate the subtleties of a cutting flight.
I have something new to show you.
What have you got for me today?
Do you need anything else?
Can we do a bit of training?
Absolutely. You are an excellent rider, Eivor. All done?
I will see you later, friend.
Until next time. That's a damn fine stable we have now.
You do not appreciate the subtleties of a cutting flight. That is why you misunderstand.
I would like to see what you have in stock.
Yes, I can resell these. Done shopping for the day?
I'm off.
Always a pleasure, Eivor.
Eivor, what a pleasure to see you. Oh dear, it feels like it's been so long.
Valka, my friend. You're most welcome here. Are you well?
Better than well. I am present.
And your mother?
My mother has found her peace at last. She walks through a world seen only in dreams, and will forevermore.
That is all any of us can hope for.
Indeed. Come.
How was your passage?
Exhilarating. The waves and the wind were with us from the start. We flew like seabirds. And how are you? In spite of your stoic look, there is a brightness in your eyes that warms me.
It may be a kind of hope. Our settlement is growing. The people are happy and I am looking forward to more.
And your visions?
They come and go. But leave all that aside. Let me help you with your things. This way. We found a fine spot for you at the foot of the hill.
Every hour we traveled, I tried to conjure in my mind some vision of this place.
And how close were you?
I saw the trees, and the water, and the rolling hill. But I could not foresee so much green. It is a magnificent and calming color. A balm for sea-salted eyes.
Valka! Godsabo! What brings you? Hope there isn't a curse on the settlement or some such.
Ha! The only curse on this place is their great lout of a blacksmith. It is a rare feeling to travel across the sea and still find oneself at home. This place feels powerful, alive.
Do you foresee great things for us?
No need for foresight. I feel it in my heart.
Is that Valka I see? What took you so long to follow?
Wanted to ensure the place was up to snuff. We must talk again soon, Randvi, once I'm settled.
And before my arms fall off, what is this I'm carrying?
My heaviest reagents, of course. Lead, whalebone, flecks of gold.
Put this one to honest work. That is what I like to see.
All these people you have brought here. This life you have built on these stranger shores. Does it please you?
It does. To know that I've built this place and kept these people safe is a gift.
You speak first of yourself when I ask this question. Which says more than you intend, I think.
Salve, Eivor. Ad Meliora.
Good day.
And who is that fellow?
I have no idea.
Well, the town must be bustling.
You see there? Your home is just ahead.
Tell me about your visions.
They are as they've always been. Little has changed, save their clarity. With every return, the things I see feel less like dreams and more like memories.
And does the All-Father still appear before you?
From time to time, yes. He speaks to me as well, but it feels mad to say such things aloud.
I understand. You can put those just there, thank you.
And here we are.
Lovely, just as you promised. As soon as I am set up here, we can return to the matter of your visions.
Valka, please.
You are touched, Eivor. A conduit for godly tidings. Please, let me help. I may know a way to clarify these visions. An elixir that may open the door of your mind into the realm of the gods.
If you think it would help, I can finish your home myself. Only give me some time.
I would be grateful. Thank you, Eivor.
Of course. And welcome home. Knut, what are you doing in here?
Eivor, we need your help.
Who's we?
Sylvie and Ira are in trouble. We went into the woods and there's no time to explain. You need to come with me.
Are they all right?
No, they're hurt, and badly.
Take me to them. Where are they?
Not far. We need to hurry.
What happened? Are they still in danger?
Not if we get there soon.
Which way now?
This way. We're almost there. Come on, Eivor. Can't you run any quicker?
Knut, you have to tell me what has happened.
I can't. You won't understand. Even if I do, just trust me.
You did it! You brought Eivor! Good work, Knut!
What is this about?
Sorry, Eivor. We had to trick you. But it wasn't my idea. It was Ira's.
Lying is not a good way to get my attention, children.
But we found a dog that needs your help. She's caught in a trap down there. We thought you wouldn't come if you knew it was just a dog.
Oh, that is not the sound of a dog, Ira. That is a wolf.
But a wolf is a kind of dog, yes? My mother told me that.
Of course it's a kind of a dog. Listen to that sound. Awoo! Pure dog. Eivor, if you won't help us free her, we must do it ourselves.
There's no need. Let me see what I can do.
We must help her. She could be starving.
Poor her. She's crying. We have to help.
Her family probably misses her.
This house needs a key. If I'm lucky, there's one nearby. The children must have missed you, poor fellow. Or they might be singing a different song. It looks like something attacked you. An animal. No key here. I should look around. A bloodied boar. I think we've found our killer. Shame Wallace isn't here to butcher you. But I need to see if you're carrying a key. And there it is. Along with your last meal. I'll free that wolf. And pray to Tyr that I needn't slay it in front of the children. The table is set. He never made it home. At least his end came quickly. These skulls bear teeth marks. The wolf must have helped him take them down. Easy, easy. You have a kind look to you, I think. Wait, easy now! Deceived by children and shouting at wolves. I was a warrior once. Are you all right? Did you see the wolf?
Yes, you freed her. You're amazing, Eivor.
But she ran away and didn't even say thank you. She's going back to her family, maybe. Her mom and dad were probably very scared. Or her wolf husband.
Maybe her wife. We don't know.
But we do know it is time to get you three back to the settlement, before your parents think you were eaten by wolves.
Oh, all right.
Chin up, Canute. You were very brave today. All of you. In future, you should not be exploring the woods alone, you understand?
But you go off on your own all the time.
Because I am very wise, and you have a lot to learn.
Yes, but there are 3 of us. That balances everything.
That is not quite how it works.
More wolves! And not our new friend!
Eivor!
Stand back! Are you all right?
Thanks to our hero, this dog wolf. De Wolfka.
What?
De Wolfka. It's like dog wolf.
No, I don't like that at all. We should name her... Mouse.
That makes no sense. I think we should call her Chewy, because she chews things. What do you think, Eivor?
Da Wolfka. It has an absurd sound, just like all of this.
She's our best friend.
Now we need to get home. All 5 of us.
Fine.
We only wanted to have an adventure like you, Eivor. And we did! And we got a new friend!
Part of adventuring is learning a good lesson. Did you know that?
Yes, the boring part.
Well, have you children learned anything about wild animals today?
Maybe.
Yes! Befriend them at any cost!
They are perfect companions and very kind. My mother always told me to avoid wild animals. Shows what she knows.
How about we think quietly on what we have learned? Just until we get home? I think she's quite fond of you.
I know she is. We saved her.
She'd be rotting away by now. Just like that boar you killed, Eivor.
You saw that?
We see everything.
Let's not tell your parents, all right? Now scamper off home. And take your new friend with you. message has come. I should meet this abbess, Wolfhilda. To the waves! Need to row our way out. Let's have a song! More sail!
Save it for later. Barracks of some kind?
Yes, sail!
Take me!
Sail out!
Sigler!
Strike up a tune. Run up the sail! Sing, my ravens. Bring the sail in!
Hey!
We can continue.
Those raiders killed our cattle! Danes did not do this! It's the devil's work!
We know it's the Danes. It's always the damn Danes. Make them pay their guilt for the dead that now litter the fields.
Show sense, please. What would the Danes gain from the slaughter of poor farmers?
Look! There's a filthy Dane now! Why don't we ask? You slaughtered my best milk cow, you beast!
I did not touch your herd.
You fools are making this worse.
These Saxons fight like mad dogs to protect their own. I cannot blame them.
Thank you for staying your hand, stranger. What is your name?
Eivor, of the Raven clan in Mercia.
Wolfhilda, Abbess of Barking, and Inquirer into mysteries.
Are we here for the same reason, I wonder?
Aye, to look upon devil's work. But why would a Dane from upriver care what happens to Saxon farmers?
If there's a rabid wolf or bear on the prowl, I would see it dead. Blame often falls on my folk for such carnage.
Well and good, Eivor of the Raven clan. Take a look at the maulings, and tell me what manner of rabid beast did these things.
I could start with the dead cows. Bite marks, but not from any beast I know. And the corpse is covered in strange mold, though the wounds are fresh. You there? What befell this poor beast?
Danes befell it.
How can you be sure?
It was Hrothgar's war band. They're holed up in that old church, working their misery upon us.
Warriors do not often go about slaying milk cows. Besides, I have heard talk of a beast on the loose. Blood still wet as dew. Where does it lead?
A Jotun did this. I saw it. All big and hairy. Stuck.
You are brave ones for getting so close to this awful sight.
I saw it, warrior. I did. The night it happened. I saw it all.
What did you see? A wolf? A bear? Maybe a rabid hound?
It was a Jotun, as straight as a tree. And it laughed while it ripped and teared. It yelled out its name. Drendel. A Jotun did this. I saw it. All big and hairy. Staggering across the moor.
Giants aren't real. You saw the devil himself, didn't you?
A good traveler. What seek you? Perhaps I can help.
Well worth a little silver, I assure you.
All right.
Look here. This spot I'll mark on your map. A place I know.
Giants aren't real. You saw the devil himself taking his tithe to hell.
By the gods. What manner of beast flung that poor creature up here to its doom? What sort of beast leaves glistening mold over freshly killed prey? Yet that woman blamed the Hrothgar, his band of Danes, were the killer's men. Whoever it was, they were mighty enough to get a mauled beast corpse onto a rooftop. That little girl said the creature was a giant, calling itself Grendel. This may be the work of a band of drunken Danes. Or worse. I should discuss these clues with Wolfhilda. Wolfhilda, I have learned all I can from the villagers and those dead beasts.
And what is your take on the mystery? Still believe a wolf or bear did these things?
This is not the work of a woodland creature. The bite marks, the mold, most art.
So you admit this is the devil's work? Or one of your wooden dragons come to life?
A few maulings do not make for a devil or a dragon. It must be a man, or a pack of them. The girl mentioned a name, Grendel.
No. No mortal hand could rend flesh in such a way. Surely you see that.
I have seen the worst the hands of men can do. Deeds bloodier than this.
And these men stalk the night, slaying cattle as they go.
True. This thing I cannot explain.
3 times these attacks have happened. Each time, bite marks, broken bones, and streaks of mold. Something wicked walks in East Anglia. Some other animals were attacked in the woods northeast of here.
Let us go.
This way. We may find more clues.
We have a city!
Should be up there in the trees ahead. Can you smell it? It reeks of death and evil.
I know that scent well. Carry on and... Loki's reek.
Saints, save me! The Maulings have drawn in a starving wolf pack.
Did the wolves get a bite of you?
No, I'm unhurt. Thank you, Dane. I misjudged you.
No need, but tell me what happened.
These beasts came scavenging for fresh meat.
I meant, why are you out here with the dead cattle again?
I'm searching for my best milch cow. She's missing.
And you found her?
No, but I found a Danish axe. It belongs to Hrothgar, leader of the war band.
You know for a fact this axe is his?
Yes, he brandishes it about the village, demanding ale.
I will speak to this Hrothgar and his warband. That woman is certain a nearby band of warriors caused these maulings. We have no other clues.
I know the men she means. They're staying at the church near Brisleek Farm. Come, meet them. Their leader, Hrothgar, is a great man. For a heathen. He is no cattle killer.
You have curious opinions, Wolfhilda. And an uncommonly open mind.
I should say the same of you. Most heathens would point to witchcraft or monsters. But you seek an earthly cause.
I have seen many strange things. But the answers are usually close at hand. If only hidden.
True. Yet in this case, the Church has tasked me to explain the unexplainable. That, at times, introduces unholy ideas.
And your Church accepts your unholy ideas?
They tolerate it. Lucifer is a deceiver, and God himself works in mysterious ways. So I too must remain open to all possibilities, mundane and otherworldly.
Which is why you tolerate a heathen like me.
Perhaps. Or perhaps all of us, heathen and Christian, stand within the folds of a greater mystery. Something's off, Eivor. Hrothgar's men are rowdy sorts.
Stand back, priestess. This is war work. Have a care, Wolfhilda. The killer may... Have a care, Wolfhilda. The killer may yet linger here.
Their leader, Hrothgar. I do not see him among the dead.
I shall find him. See, more fresh mold. Same as in the fields on the cows.
The villagers say it is the Devil's Mark. What do you say, Eivor?
I say find the mold, we find our killer. The same marks as before. Bite marks and mauling. These are not weapon wounds.
What manner of demon can fell so many well-armed warriors? Eivor, look out. More blood.
Someone crawled into the loft, or dragged the body up there.
Back you. Back, I say. I can still draw blood.
You are Hrothgar, leader of this warband.
I am. A Finnmark raider and proud of it. For the little time I have left.
I bear ill news. Your warriors have fallen. Who or what did this awful thing?
The monster did this thing. It killed us while laughing. Laughing! It broke my axe and gouged me. I crawled up here to die.
What was it? Did you see?
A foul Jotun. A night-goer from the world's rim. It spoke. Named itself Grendel. Said it would return.
Good. We shall wait for it to come back, you and I.
Not I. My wounds are too great and my spirit takes ship. Send them to Helheim. For me.
Ride with the winged women friend. I will handle this Grendel. Whatever manner of monster it may be.
Wait. Warrior. There were... two.
Best hide. To not scare the demon off when it returns.
We will wait up here for it to show itself again.
Get your rest, warrior. I will stand vigil with prayer.
Wolfilda, be still. Something stirs.
Wait. Beast! Today you die! No kill! Play! I play! Mother! It hurts! Mother, help! It hurts me, Mother!
Grendel only want to play. You make Grendel hurt. Mama, I want to go home.
By all that is holy and bright, what manner of monster is that thing?
Not a monster, but a man. Strange to behold, but this... Grendel was a man.
But where did it come from?
All men have mothers. This one called out for his in the end.
And all of us, even the most hideous, have souls. O Lord, forgive this man his sins, and grant unto him your grace and everlasting love.
Mold everywhere. Stay here, Mufilda. I'll follow this trail. Grendel must have tracked this mold here, but from where? More mold. I'm on the right path. Go, my eyes. The source of the mold must be near. The mold trail leads into this pit. The reek. Oh. This woman speaks of her child, Grendel. Cruel fate the gods have woven. What? Dark spirits torment this land. head swims through the dreams. What just happened?
Randall! Randall! Is that you? Answer me!
Key. So fitting. Yet, what use is a key when luck? Mold. Just mold.
You smell like my son. My son's blood. Where is he? Where is my boy?
Something is wrong. Foul. Mold. Just mold. Sending visions through.
You.
What wickedness is this? You. The woman from the farm. You lied about the Danes.
To protect my boy. He never meant to hurt anyone. But the others, they could not see. He kept growing in body, but not in mind. He was my boy. My sweet little Randall.
Wolf Hilton must know the truth of this. Abbess.
Eivor, you live yet. Pray, tell all.
I slew a monster that was but a man. Then I tracked his mother and killed her too.
His mother?
She struck at me in the dark and I defended myself. But it was no hero's deed.
Those poor souls. I shall pray for them tonight at Barking Abbey.
Leaving already?
I must. The bishop is eager for a full accounting of the Beast of East Anglia.
Leave my name out of your tale. It is nothing to be remembered for.
Understood. Perhaps it would work better as a song. I dabbled in verse as a youth. It may be time to lift the pen again. But what story shall I write? The full truth of this thing may be hard to fathom.
Give them a comforting one, about heroes and monsters. For the truth, the bone-cold truth of everything is often hard to take. It cuts like a cruel north wind on the neck.
God saves us all, Eivor. I take my leave now, but will write to you once my poem is complete. Farewell.
Thank you, and farewell to you too, Wolfilda. Make it a good tale. May I see your stores?
Nothing else I can...
I have to go.
Fight well, Eivor.
Hey there! How are you?
There you are.
You wanted to see me?
As Sigurd has so ordered, it falls to us to expand our presence in England.
He wants to forge alliances, ironclad, with every Norse, Dane and Saxon here.
Right. We are the outsiders here. Making friends will help.
Where do we start?
My scouts come and go daily with interesting news and tidings, and I'm beginning to get my bearings in this fractured land. As I learn more, I can give you insight into each territory before you commit to a journey there.
Of course.
Once you have gained an ally in a territory, return home and speak to me. We'll decide your next move then.
I understand. So, where do we start?
You have two options just now. Join Sigurd in Leicestershire to the north and meet with the sons of Ragnar Lothbrok, or head south to Grantebridgeshire to meet an army of Danes led by one Guthrum Jarl and his second, Soma. And what's more, our young friend Hytham has been conferring with contacts of his own in the cities. I added his information to the map if you would like to know what he has discovered.
I want to see the Alliance map. Tell me about Grantebridgeshire.
A force of Danes, called the Summer Army by the Saxons, is camped north of Grantebridge at some ruins across the river. We should curry favor with their leaders, Guthrum and Soma, if we hope to win their trust and allegiance. My scouts did not meet them in person, so I can say little for the state of their army. Consider this a starting point.
Tell me about Grantebridgeshire.
A force of... We should curry... My scouts...
I will leave right away.
Good. And may the blessings of Freya follow. Word of our growing settlement has reached outside ears, so have a look around. You may see a few new faces.
I should go. Randvi mentioned this place. The last known location of the Summer Army. Aid me. Be my eyes. Hail! What has happened here?
Who is asking?
Eivor, of the Raven clan. Did you and your men fail to take the village?
No. No, we had it for a time. It was nothing but a cluster of wattle and daub huts when we came. We made it lively. Gruntbridge was a thriving hub of trade and song under the care of Soma Ayalskona. But the Saxons took it back. They appeared within the city as if rising from the shadows and drove us out.
They just appeared in the city.
It was like they burst out of the center of the city itself, setting aflame everything in their path, shouting some nonsense about an ancient order of warriors. By the time I saw the fires, too many of us were killed or captured. Arjalsko Masuma, she bellowed a retreat and we took refuge in the ruins. But in the chaos we were separated. She and the bulk of our forces fled northeast into the swamps. I'd follow if we were fit to. We need her iron fist.
I can find Soma. Be ready when we return.
She'll be deep in the fog of the Fenlands by now. Find her longship. That's your best bet.
Are you feeling all right?
Looks like Ragnarok itself came for Grantbridge.
A great battle raged nearby. Hold course. We'll see what else lies within the fog. Asked about this land, my friend.
Let's take the bastards!
Soma cannot be far.
I'll finish you!
Stop chasing it,
Ah!
Show me what lies ahead. There. Beached longship. Dane markings. This was a fine longship. Fit for a chief. It must belong to Soma. Stretch your wings soon. See my eyes, Sunan. Is your Jarl's Kona nearby?
Not here. Soma dragged the Saxons east from her longship to tire them out and lose them in the fog.
Go, Sunan. Show me what lies ahead.
You're still in fighting shape. Take him to the shelter for warmth. Slap some moss in that gash, and wrap it well. Eggle, look at me. Remember the boars you felled, our first day in England? Hold his arms. 9. Large and fat. Fed us for a week. Yeah? You'll be chasing more in a month, my friend. You come like a Valkyrie out of the fog. We have no dead to give you.
You must be Soma.
Let's talk elsewhere. Give them a chance to rest.
Quite a hit you took. How many were lost?
It's kind of you to ask, but with so much blood in the water and death on the air, I'd know your name and purpose first.
Eivor of the Raven clan. I came for you, looking for a friend and ally.
I see. I'm Soma, Lord of Grantebridge. Though it seems an order of lunatics wishes to strip me of that title.
The Order of the Ancients?
Sounds right. The Saxon called Wigmund is one of them. He robbed me of my city, forced us into these swamps. I've rallied some of my soldiers, but my 3 advisors are missing. If we hope to retake Grantebridge, I'll need them at my side.
Tell me about them.
They are my best, my inner circle. Birna, Galin, Liv. We may as well be of the same blood.
If I can reunite them and we retake your city, can I call you a friend and ally?
If you can do all that, you can call me whatever you want.
Who is this Wigmund? What does he want?
He's a flailing elderman under the old king. A bitter man digging his fingernails into Grantebridge, just to say he can. He's made many attempts to unseat me before. This time he managed a trick.
What happened to Grantebridge?
The elderman Wigmund seized it from us. I'm not sure how he managed, but he will not keep it. Not for long. He has supporters outside the city, but this attack seemed to come from inside the walls. From the heart of Grantebridge.
Let's find your advisors.
Agreed. We'll look for signs of their longboats along the river. And if we are swift, we will find them before the wolves do. The fog is more hindrance than hiding place now. Let's light the way back.